Rich encouragement to sweeten your day. Faith-dipped chocolate, Louise Bergman Dumont. Chapter 1, Itchy Love. It was a warm summer afternoon, filled with the smell of roasted hot dogs and the sound of kids playing kickball. The squeak of playground swings and the serenade of crickets rounded out our day in the park. My friend and I relaxed in our lawn chairs as we watched the men play one last game of ball with the kids before dusk rooted their fun. My friend's daughter, too young for the competition on the field, busied herself with cartoon-filled coloring books and chunky kid-friendly crayons. "Mommy, I want a drink," the girl said, scratching vigorously at a mosquito bite on her arm as she left her amusements and came to where we sat. Her mother popped the straw into a juice box from the cooler at our side. "Here you go," she said. The girl took the box with one hand and scratched again with the other. "Just a minute. I want to put something on that bite," my friend said, motioning her daughter to her side. The youngster scrunched up her nose, drawing attention to a crop of cute freckles. "I hate mosquitoes," she said. Her mom smiled in sympathy and gave the girl's nose a gentle tweak. That's when it happens. The innocence of youth voiced a question that would only suggest itself to a child. "Mommy, does God love mosquitoes?" I stifled a chuckle as I watched her mother's brow crease. "Well, did God make mosquitoes?" she asked, stalling for time. "Uh-huh," was her daughter's quick reply. "Then God loves mosquitoes," her mother said, unable to come up with a more profound reply. The child accepted her mother's answer without hesitation and returned to her play with nary another thought. As the day drew to a close, our group gathered one last time to roast marshmallows and enjoy slices of a homemade devil's food cake. My teenage sons passed up the time consuming marshmallow roast and opted for huge chunks of cake slathered in dark chocolate frosting. Since my friend and I were watching our diets, we accepted only small slivers of the rich dessert. "Wouldn't it be wonderful if chocolate had no calories?" my friend commented, allowing the pleasure of her last bite to register on her face. I scraped some of the calorie-laden icing to the side of my plate. Then I lifted a forkful of moist cake to my lips. That chocolate in this cake is what makes it so good. If chocolate had no calories, I think my boys would have to fight me to get near this cake. My friend stared down at her plate and moaned, "I think I hate chocolate." Like the whisper of a gentle breeze on a summer's eve, her daughter's small hand appeared over her shoulder and brushed her cheek. "Mommy, did God make chocolate?" This time my chuckles weren't restrained, and a slight blush covered my friend's face. I had trained my eyes on the chocolate cake, but kept my ears eagerly turned into their conversation. "Yes, honey, God did make chocolate." I had 3 children of my own and knew full well the direction this conversation was about to take. I held my breath in anticipation. "I guess that means God loves chocolate too, right, Mommy?" "Yes, I guess he does," her mother replied, sighing deeply. I looked up, and as our eyes met, we allowed ourselves to smile. God saw everything that he had made, and indeed, it was very good. Genesis 1:31. Here's a recipe to relish. Brownie pudding cake. Main ingredients: 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup sugar, 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, half a cup of milk, 2 tablespoons melted butter, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. Topping: 1 cup sugar, 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1½ cups of boiling water. Optional: whipped cream for garnishing. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Combine the made ingredients and stir well with a wooden spoon. Do not use a mixer. Pour the mixer into a greased 9x9 baking dish. In a separate bowl, combine the sugar and cocoa for the topping. Gradually stir in the boiling water. Pour the topping over the mixture and bake for 45 minutes. Right before you serve this rich dessert, top each serving with a large dollop of whipped cream. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this devotional for the day, and have a great day.